Alright, my name's Craig and I thought I'd do a wee server tour. This is the server that I play on and this is my base. I usually call it the Atlantic Coliseum or just the Coliseum. Not entirely sure yet. But yeah, I'll show you around. So, this is the view as you walk into my, well, swim into my base. You've immediately got this grand archway with its own little tunnel. You're immediately greeted by a fountain. And there is my guardian farm. I spent a few months building up this guardian farm, draining the ocean to be able to build this thing. It took forever. The amount of sand I had to gather and the amount of sponges I gathered as well. I didn't just clear this ocean monument, I've cleared about 20 ocean monuments gathering sponges. I've got a good few stacks of sponges that I used to clear this entire space. And this is the result. I didn't want to just build like a basic guardian farm, you know, I wanted it to have some design to look good. Which is pretty difficult with a box, but I thought it did pretty good. It looks fairly interesting, it's not amazing, but like I'm really proud of it. On either side of my walkways, I have my storage system. It is enormous. It could have been bigger, I could have used the chest trick, like putting a chest here and then a chest behind it. The only slight issue with that was that many chests causes a lot of frame rate lag. I had that originally, I was like, yeah, I get about 2 FPS, not a fan. So swap them out for barrels. It's still an insane amount of storage, more than I'll ever need. I've currently filled about half of my storage system. This side and this side. All of the drops from my guardian farm get shuffled under the ground and into the storage system here. And I've got several rows of the prismarine shards. Maybe not there, but more cooked cod than I'll ever know what to do with. I honestly just bin it all the time. I just don't eat enough of it. And then I've also got your prismarine crystals as well. And then a near infinite supply of sea lanterns, dark prismarine, regular prismarine, prismarine bricks, the whole lot. And you know, I need it. I've used so much of this stuff in this build. As for the edge of the Coliseum, I've got these massive windows going all the way around the edge, and as you can see, my amazing archways. Not exactly sure what this design was, I had no idea what to put here. And so I just messed around for ages and I found this design. Like it's simultaneously an X. I also think it's an angry face. I think it's a stick man holding something very heavy on his back, and it's like a front-facing shot, if that makes any amount of sense. I don't think it does. But I'm also just really proud of it. Like, I mean, obviously I'm proud of the whole base, but like, this specific design, I feel like it just works in the place so well. Then of course you've got the walkway going all the way around, where you're able to get a great view of the massive fins. I can't really think of a better word for them. They basically are fins. Clearly it's a work in progress, as I'm going to have a fourth one here. And at the top, I feel like I'm going to have them converging on some sort of giant crystal that's being held in the sky. And in that crystal, the plan is to have my nether portal, which will be a fair bit better than having it just sitting in the middle of the ocean. I've also got these satellite dishes in. I honestly spent months trying to figure out what to put on top of this storage system, right? For so long, I just didn't have anything here. You could just see down into the redstone. This is what you can see. It was hideous. And I just didn't know what to do here. Like, I didn't want to do like some sort of boring roof. Like, I didn't want to do a flat surface, and like I wanted it to have some height to it, but I just couldn't think of what would look good with a shape that's weird. And I thought, well, hang on, why don't I put something on top of it? So I thought of these satellite dishes, and eventually, when I build this crystal, these satellite dishes will be pointing up towards that crystal. And I thought maybe I'd have some like little particle effects coming down using like glass and stuff. And I just thought that might bring a fair amount of life to the base. I thought it would look really cool. But I'm really glad I built these up. The base looks so much cooler now that I've got them. Look how amazing that looks. All this height to the base. Looks like the Guardian form has horns with the fins. I am so proud of it. And I've even got my own little AFK spot. Just throw a torch down here, torch, a firework rocket, and I can just sit in here. Amazing. And in the future, I absolutely plan to extend this base. What I really want is to build a city, an Atlantic city, hence I call this the Atlantic Coliseum. I've turned off shaders for now, because we're going to head underwater to show you what it looks like from below. Because unfortunately with shaders, it just doesn't look great underwater. But you can get a good picture of it. And as you can see, I have cleared out a massive area around here. I plan to have a massive, massive city sprawling all throughout here. I need to get rid of some of these mountains. I've spent a solid few days clearing out a massive mountain that was here. I'm going to have a path that goes all the way around the entire Coliseum, and then I will extend roads going out towards, like, I don't know, plazas or something, and I'll have like towers sitting in there, and then like maybe skyscrapers or maybe surface scrapers, whatever you want to call them, extending into the up to the surface or even into the sky. I'm not entirely sure. And yeah, I'm just going to have my own little Atlantis down here in survival. I think it'll look absolutely awesome. But you know what? I think that's it for my base. Why don't we go check out Spawn? Because there are a lot of cool things to see over in Spawn. So the first thing you see when you log onto the server is this little hut. And as you can see, got a little path leading out to the main spawn area. Got a few shops. One of the boys in the server, you can see him on the over on the right hand side, Dark Shinobi. He has built up a couple of shops. He's got a massive wood shop that's currently in the works. He's got an iron shop and a food workshop, along with a rainbow chicken up there. We've also got a effective Death Star. This thing is going to be a villager trading hall, I believe. Then he's even got some sort of Star Wars ship up here, and that's a villager feeder. Back on the ground now though, one of the first things you'll see when you first come onto the server is this little hut here. This is McDonald's, where you get your own free chicken nuggets. Hi there, welcome to McDonald's. Our newest promotion includes, for the first time ever, free chicken nuggets. To cash in on this, simply press the button to be given some chicken nuggets. Additionally, we have partnered with Mark & Moana, which we'll check out later, to offer an exclusive discount on our fillet of fish, only 1 diamond for 4 stacks. Imagine 4 stacks of fillet of fish, like how many is that? That's 256 fillet of fish just stacked on top of each other. Imagine that. Feel free to visit Mark & Moana in the lake to cash in on this hot deal. Yeah. So here you can just get a bunch of free chicken nuggets. Amazing. Oh, where are they? Oh, there they are. Yum. Continuing on. The path sort of branches here. I think we'll head this way for first. So this is actually a minigame that I'm in the middle of working on. I'm building up a maze for people to play in the server. You can currently enter it by putting an item in here. It's still a work in progress, so I won't show that. I've only got one layer made up, but that's looking pretty cool. And if we come along here, got a sheep farm. Not entirely sure what this is. I believe it was designed to kill somebody. You can see a robot on the left there has 158 deaths. I'm not entirely sure how, but I believe this was supposed to be his 100th death. Although it was missed or something, I don't know. This was quite weird. Further along you've got a cow farm. A couple more farms, you've got wheat, I believe that is potatoes and carrots and beets are up there I think. And of course your your red stuff. Yeah, they were. More past, you got some houses here and there. Got a little shrine to Dark Shinobi. Not entirely sure why that's there, but it's there. And if you come along here, we've got another little minigame. I believe this is it's a casino. You can play some iron here and you get something back out. I don't think it's still worth it. I believe it's only feathers or more iron you get back out, so. This right here is my shop, marking Moana. If you can't tell, Moana might be my favourite film. I can neither confirm nor deny. But you can see I've taken some inspiration from my base here. I actually built this up first. But I knew this is kind of what I wanted to do for my base, so I built these up just to get a feel for it, and I think it turned out really cool. And of course in the middle we've got another circle, but this time it's underwater, and I've filled it with lots of marine life, lots of corals and such. There is some fish in here. I think a few of them have escaped out into there though. Yeah, we just sell all sorts of ocean goodies here, all your bismarine blocks, your fish, your fillet of fish, and of course your tridents, and even come up in. Over here you have a fairly big cliffside. I built this up myself, and I'll admit I'm not entirely proud of it. It's a bit overhangy, I think is the best way to put it. It just doesn't look too natural, and I might come back to this one day and fix it up. But you enter it through this little window here, and again, I'm not the most happy with the inside of this. I don't know, it's just not my favourite. But the reason I built it up was because I wanted somewhere to sleep when I was working in spawn, and I just kind of kept using the whoever's house this belongs to over here. I just kind of kept stealing their beds, so I thought, nah, I need my own place. So I built up this little area, little cave house. I built up this entire hill, and I came down here and made little living areas, some shelves for chests. Ooh, some lag. And I made another similarly identical one over here, just with some more shelves. And down here, I decided to keep the stone wall. I thought I do quite like that, and also this green void down here. It acts like poison gas or something. I'm a big fan. Now here I really like, this is a sort of library area, but it really functions as the tunnel effectively down to my sleeping area. So this is all just one big square. It all leads back to here. Here have the waterways down to my bedroom. So if we come down here, this is an area I am really proud of. I think we can turn shaders back on for this. So we've got the stone floor, the rug. I have with the spruce woods, stripped spruce going round as a border, and the stripped oak acting as wallpaper. Got some shelves up here with painting, desk. There's nothing in the book. My big bed, and a fireplace. And flex with the ancient debris in there. My actual bed is under here. That's where I go to sleep at night. Some more storage up here, and plenty of barrels for plenty of just miscellaneous storage. There's just stuff in here, you know. Yeah, I love this place. I'm a big fan of it. Coming back out now, there's not much else to explore in spawn. There is a farmhouse here. I believe this is just filled with crops. Yeah, it's just filled with crops. And some other people's bases. I'm not entirely sure what that is. There's a nether portal in there, but I don't know who it belongs to. Oh, I know what we need to check out aside from this. So of course we have the path branching off here. I built this up on Halloween, and you can follow the pumpkins down to the, I can't remember what I called it, the Haunted House. This was my Halloween shop, or my mob drop shop. So I built up like a whole bunch of willow trees as like a little willow forest, I guess. And I made like my own graveyard here with all these paths running around the graveyard, some wither roses, all these willow trees with cobwebs in them. I was a big fan of this place. I spent a good while on this. Got your own little pond there, crypt. Yeah, this is my graveyard. I'm really proud of this place. Selling things like bones, string. I believe we've got wither roses over there. I have my own wither rose farm. We've got gunpowder, we've got slime balls over there, and I don't believe we have anything over there. Nah. I think eventually I'll sell wither skulls and blaze rods as well in here, but I'm not built there. I'm not built those farms yet, so I can't sell them. And then here, oh, this was fun. So, welcome to the Haunted House. You can see there's 18 pages of this. Here in this spooky graveyard, you will find the remains of many mobs laid to rest here. You may find these remains useful in your travels. However, the undead will not part with their remains so easily. You must first pay a price. You will find what each soul asks for on their coffin if you dare to go searching through the walls. On the following pages are the tortured souls spending their eternal slumber here. And so I built up a bunch of stories for all the different characters. So I sell bones, so I made up a fictional skeleton. Same for a spider, a slime. I can't remember. Oh, I made I don't know what you call it, like an explosive technician who's like a criminal. So that's who sells the gunpowder. It was just kind of a slime for the slime balls. I'll quickly flick through them and show you them. I won't spend all day reading these, but they are quite entertaining, I won't lie. So I made Captain Dread of the Dreadnought Pirates. He was a massively famous pirate, feared around the lands and such, but eventually his right-hand man backstabbed him, literally, and his corpse ended up here where he sells the bones of pirates who crossed them. I wasn't sure what to do with the wither rose, so I decided it would just be a flower that grows around death, and I wrote a little biography for it here with a quote, and it's all a quote from the Unknown Botanist. Ah yes, Guy, Explosive Engineer. You can probably guess where I got the name Guy. Master Chemist, Explosive Engineer, Bank Robber. Yeah, basically I wrote a big story about how he went and stole lots of gold, including from Captain Dread. And eventually he got into a massive altercation with Captain Dread, and Captain Dread eventually killed him. As for spiders, you've got Queen Arachnia of the Willows. She's the queen of this place. She controls all the cells and everything. And Sliggle. So I wasn't sure what to come up with for the slime, so I decided, oh, well, Captain Dreadnought must have a pet. Like, there's a reason he's so feared around the lands. So Sliggle is a monster discovered by Captain Dread. You met him when he was a baby, and they grew up together and plundered riches throughout the land and such. But eventually he was killed by Dread's right-hand man, the same one who killed Dread. So yeah, I went a little overboard with this, I'm going to be perfectly honest, but I'm proud of it, and that's what matters. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. I just recorded a big clip about my nether portal, and I wasn't even recording, so love that, eh? This is the nether portal, or rather, the Spawn's public nether portal. I built this up myself. I was really inspired by a lot of the designs on Reddit. There's a good few designs posted there about nether portal swords, and even a nether portal trident that's like being pulled down from the sky through it. There's a big crack in it in the sky and stuff. Well, it's really cool. I would recommend looking that up. But yeah, I was really inspired by them, and so I thought, well, why don't we try and do that? So I spent a while in Creative Worlds. I built up the nether portal and I built a sword around it. The portal runs the length of the blade. Then you've got the hilt up top and obviously the handle, and it's just been plunged into the ground here, and it's clearly infected the land around it. So you've got this purple void extended down into the grounds, and that void is clearly infecting the land here with all these different boulders and such. A little particle effects from the crown obsidian. And of course I've got pretty much the same design on the nether side as well, but it descended from the ceiling with the purple void extending up towards the nether roof. But I'm not going to show you that yet. As cool as the nether portal part looks, the actual nether hub is a state. I've not been able to finish it recently, so it just doesn't look good, like even remotely. There's blocks and scaffolding everywhere, so I'll maybe show you that one day when it's far more complete. But yeah, I think that is close to it for my designs, or at least my builds on this server. can see I've got my little gem there, inspired by False Symmetry on our Hermitcraft Season 7 base. She's got the little crystal up top of her base. I just wanted to put that in. I thought it looked really cool. Yeah, that's pretty much it for my builds on this server. There are plenty of other builds on this server. I'm not the only one who plays in this. The server admin, he's got a massive tower somewhere, and he's also built a giant floating island using World Edit, actually pretty close to my base. The same guy who built up the Death Star on these trees, he's got a mansion off that way. But for now, I think I'll call this video here. I hope you enjoyed this look at my world. It was my first proper YouTube video. I don't know if I'll make more than these, but you know, we'll see. Have a good day.